So welcome to Boxing Media Hub. Before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video around. But I've got a special guest with me now. I've got Mike Conway. How you doing, Mike?
How's it going, Joel? Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. You are probably one of the coolest guys I've ever had on with those shades. And to be fair, obviously it's pitch black here, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon there.
Yep. Just got done working,
mate. I'm glad everything's going well for you, and let's have a chat about you, Mike. When did it all begin for you? Then, when did you first put on a pair of gloves?
I was about 7 or 8 years old, so about 21, 22 years ago. My dad took me and my brothers to the gym, and it was instant. We fell in love, all three of us.
Yeah, so all three boys, are you still boxing now, all three of you?
Myself, and actually my younger brother, Matt, he's still fighting too. He's actually one of the top dogs where I'm from here in Pittsburgh, PA, and over here in America. Me and him still keep going. We're plugging away at it. Our older brother bumped up to heavyweight, and he started playing around with it, but now he's a strong man. He stepped away from it and started doing strongman lifting like Eddie Hall.
Yeah. Cool. Blimey. So you're all still in sport.
Absolutely. Even the older brother, like, we're all constantly still in the gym together. We train together. It's no matter what, we're always still connected with that, staying in the gym with that.
Yeah. That must be such a nice vibe as a family.
Absolutely. And it's even greater because our father's our coach. It's a whole different dynamic than most people get to experience.
So does he coach all three of you?
Absolutely.
Wow, he's got his work cut out, hasn't he?
Oh yes. We're a handful for him.
So what's the difference in the ages with the three of you then, Mike?
So I'm 29. Matt, my younger brother, he's actually 28. He's only 11 months younger than me. We were both born in August, just different years.
Yeah.
And then our older brother, Sean, is 33. So there's 4 years with him.
Yeah. Oh, so you're all pretty close then.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very, very close in age, and very close personally too.
But obviously you are the toughest out of the three, goes without saying.
If they're watching, yeah, I'm 100% the toughest.
Like, if they weren't, I might be a bit more honest than this wasn't actually going.
Yep, I think they're watching right now. My phone will probably be blowing up here in a couple minutes.
Quality. But yeah, so started at 8 or 9, still going strong now. Pro debut was November 2016. Seems an absolute age ago, I can imagine.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feels like yesterday. I mean, time just flies. It doesn't feel like so long ago.
Do you remember that feeling going into the ring for your first time on your pro debut?
Yeah, actually it was the most relaxed I've ever been in my entire life, which is crazy. Most people are super nervous for their pro debut. Everything went right. Everything felt right. It was just the pieces of the puzzle came together, and I knew that's where I was supposed to be. That was that right feeling.
Yeah. And do you still have that same buzz now as you did back then when you step in the ring?
Actually, yeah. I mean, now obviously every new fight, like every fight, there's a little bit more pressure now. Every fight means more, but when we get in the locker room to start getting ready and start going to work, I mean, it's like a little switch goes off in my head. It's like it's business time, and I know this is where I'm supposed to be. I did the work, and it's go time now.
Yeah. And now you're 11 fights, 7 wins, 1 draw, 3 knockouts down the road. And obviously last fight you came out, got the win by TKO round 5, which is even sweeter. Across your record, you've had a good mixture of points, stoppages. So you're a guy that can do everything.
A little bit, and that's something this last fight really showed everybody around here is I'm not just a guy that wants to stand there and toe the line. I can use the ring and box a little bit. I can move my head. I can pick my spots, and I can control a ring using every tool in the toolbox now.
Yeah.
Most of my career, it's stand there and let's go to work. Let's toe the line and let's see who's the toughest. But now it's starting. We're finally really pulling out every skill I have and really honing in on the talent that I have that I just never truly found.
Yeah. No, definitely. And Jamal has just jumped in. He's put, "Hey Joel fella, does Mikey fancy the rematch with Marcelo Williams if given the chance?"
To be honest, no. Really, that fight doesn't do anything for me now. He was a tough guy. He was a very respectable opponent. He's a guy. He was tougher than his record is. He's better than his record. I think when I fought him, he was 2-12. And I mean, you got a guy like that from Brazil who fights out of Florida now. He was tricky. He came prepared. He switched lefty, and I kind of didn't recognize the switch right away, and I kind of fell apart on my own there. And I also was coming on. That was my first fight after shoulder surgery, it was kind of people said I shouldn't have taken that fight. At the same time, it was, I mean, what's it going to do? At that point, it wasn't going to hurt me. It wasn't going to move me, back me up, anything. It was just we needed to fight. We wanted that first 6-round fight. Well, all right, live and learn. Now I recognize switches. I work with lefties now. We learned a lot, and we learned my shoulder was good to go after that.
I think you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, in some respects, aren't you, when you take fights? Because a lot of people are kind of like, you shouldn't have taken that. Oh, why didn't you take this? But no one can ever seem to make the right move, can they? Do you know what I mean?
That's the way boxing is.
Whatever.
That's the way boxing is too. You're constantly being second guessed as a fighter. But in my eyes, as long as you and your team are on the same page, I mean, we all agreed to take that fight. I mean, I'm the hometown guy. It was up to me if I wanted to fight that guy or not. I mean, we had a few choices. The video we found, I was like, all right, yeah. We watched him fight a smaller guy like me. And he came prepared. He did his homework. There's very few video of me out there, but I mean, I'm not a stranger to my social media. I mean, if you want to figure out how to fight me, it's there. It's there, and I'm not going to shy away from it. And he did his homework.
Yeah. No, true. Someone else has jumped in. MJ Boxing 82. Thoughts on YouTube boxing?
YouTube. I'm cool with it, but at the same time, it is different. I like that it's bringing another crowd to boxing. And it's you can look at boxing sometimes as a dying sport, especially depending on where you're located. And YouTube boxing, all these guys, they do bring in a different kind of crowd. You bring in younger guys that want to watch these influencers. Well, all right, cool. Maybe if they have a good fight, guess who they want to come see next? These guys in Pittsburgh, see one of them. Oh, well, Mike Conway's fighting here in a couple weeks. Let's go check him out. Maybe he'll be as exciting. And hopefully I can blow them out of the water.
Yeah. And I think this is the thing. I think because obviously you must have saw the Misfits card the other day where it was very misfit. It's probably the best way to describe it, really. But if you kind of have those sort of influences in there, I think would be good to have other fights, proper pro fights in there as well, so people can identify this is a professional fight, this is this kind of fight, and then people can go, okay, well, actually, I really enjoyed that fight. So that gives them something to take away on the pro scene, as opposed to a night of entertainment, I think is the best way to describe it, isn't it, Mike? Right, really?
Yes, yeah, that's pretty much dead on right there.
Yeah, it is one of those, and yeah, but hey, everyone's got their own views on stuff. But one thing I wanted to pick your brain, Mike, you've got three top guys in America at the moment sitting in your division. Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson. All three guys sat there minding their own business. Not all got their O's. Fantastic fighters. In your opinion, Mikey, who's the best out of three?
See, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. They're
all great in their own rights. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're the top dogs, and right now I'm gonna take Haney out of the equation, and I think it's a toss up between Shakur and Tank.
Wow. Okay.
And it's kind of a clash up of what do you like more? Shakur is outstanding at being on the outside, and if he don't want you to touch him, you ain't gonna touch him.
Technically, he's fantastic, isn't he?
Yes, and I mean you cannot deny talent. I mean that kid has disgusting talent.
Yeah.
Whereas Tank, I mean now I'm biased because I love Tank because he's my height. I love a short fighter like I don't like lefties obviously, but he's a dog. He can box, he can bang. He's one of them guys. He can do it all, and he makes it even harder on you because he is a southpaw.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm leaning toward Tank. Tank's, in my opinion, that number one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's obviously behind you, Mike. It's like
just
goes without saying.
I mean, if he wants to fight me real quick, we can figure it out. But
yeah. I don't know if I'd want to take it. I'm going to be honest from a personal point of view, but you're a fighter at the end of the day. So if the paycheck's right and the opportunity's there,
I think I would fight him. I mean, I'd be cheap too, just because that would be such an experience.
Yeah, no,
that would be such an experience. Win, lose, or draw. I mean, I could say I got in the ring with Tank. I mean, that'd be the greatest experience ever.
No, definitely, mate. So, what's next for you then, Mikey? When are you hoping to get out next?
We're eyeing up some stuff in December, whether here at home or we might jump down around, go on the road a little bit down to Tennessee, maybe North Carolina, see what's going on. But I've been in the gym. I haven't gotten out of the gym. Something that was a big thing for me was I'd take a break after every fight for a few weeks, and I'd kind of lose my momentum. And that's something we haven't been doing lately. I've been staying in the gym these last couple fights and doing some crazy stuff in the gym, and it's been paying off. I'm ready to go at the drop of a hat now. All I got to do is just cut the last few and get on a plane if I had to.
Yeah, yeah. And as I say, it's shown in your last three, isn't it? 3 wins on the bounce, sticking into that, routine, keeping yourself active, keeping yourself, as you say, keep the momentum, keep yourself rolling.
Yep, yeah, and that's exactly what it's been. We haven't come off the high of that first rebound win, and then we're just trying to keep going and make some noise and see where it goes, see what happens for me.
Yeah, yeah. No, we'll definitely keep in touch over that one, mate. It'd be good to put it out there and share it around when you get your fight news. But one thing before I let you go, Mikey, the thing that you came out with just before we came, going live was Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. Now, I said to you, yeah, I'll watch it, but it's a bit of a foregone conclusion. But you're intrigued by it.
Yeah, I'm really, really curious. Who can beat Tyson Fury? Who can do it? You get Wilder couldn't do it. Fury had Wilder's number. Game over. Now you get a guy like Ngannou. He hits like a freight train. Like, can you put him down? Can you hurt him? Can you stop him with any kind of shot? Does he possess that kind of power? I mean, that's the stuff that makes me curious. is, in my opinion, I think you have to fight Fury the way Ruiz fought Joshua the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be a dog. Ruiz was a dog that night, and who in the heavyweight division's a dog now? That's what it comes down to, I think, and it has me really curious.
Do you think the UFC style can step into that boxing mentality, though? Do you know what I mean?
See, that's a tough one because there's so many different aspects from that like MMA environment that you're taking away. So now, you're relying just on your hands. I mean, I think a tough enough guy would, a good enough guy would, but it makes me curious. I mean, just is his mentality there for it?
What's your prediction, Mike? I'm gonna chuck it at you. What's your prediction?
I still think Fury in the decision in the long run. I think Ngannou will go all, what is it, 10 rounds? Or is it going 12?
I assume, because there hasn't been much really, I'm sure someone will chuck it in the chat, but I'd assume it's 10. But then WBC has made some belt thing like they do, especially for the event, like a Riyadh season belt. So
that's their franchise belt. There's another one. Boy. Yeah, he's their boy. I'll go Fury in the long run, but I'm hoping for Ngannou to maybe surprise him and make Fury really earn the win.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with it, though. Anything can happen. Everyone has that chance when they get in the ring.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Mikey, thank you very much for coming on as always. Just great to see you on, and great times ahead for you. I hope your fight comes off in December and you keep that fantastic momentum you've got, keep it going, and then we see 2024 being an even bigger year for Mikey Conway.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all. As I say, hit the subscribe button and check out the rest of the content, but follow Mikey on all of his socials, get behind him, show him some support, and Mikey, we'll catch up with you soon. Stay in touch, mate.
Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.
Take care. Thank you.